So, Larry, this certainly seems autobiographical. So, would you just share with us a little bit of the backstory? And did, in fact, you lose your dad? And
I
is
did.
this the
Yes, I
story
did.
of
10
that
years ago.
journey?
Yes, it was. Yeah, I went through it with him about 10 years ago. And, as it was happening, the original title for this screenplay was Dying 101, which none of the other people, none of the money people really liked. So we changed it. But originally called it Dying 101 because I really wish that I had seen or read a book to kind of prepare me for what I was about to go through. I had no idea, really, the amount of hours that you spend in the hospital, the ineptness of the healthcare system, and how the family is fractured and challenged on a daily, minute-to-minute, moment-to-moment basis. And then, of course, there's the business of death after, when you're not even prepared. When you're the most exhausted, you got to start making preparations to, do the funeral. So I just wanted to concentrate on those 2 weeks. I thought, let's make a movie just about that. I thought there was enough drama and absurdity and comedy in that. And because most of the things that happened in this movie happened. Just about everything happened, factually, yes.
Did you end up at a pet cremation place?
Yes, we did.
Oh my God.
Is that true?
It's true.
Okay.
No, that was actually my mother. My mother, it wasn't my dad, but the main crematorium in Towson broke, and there was one in Dundalk, and it was dual purpose, and they warned us. We were like, what, who? And we got there, and it was horrible. It was really broken down. It was a lot worse than that place, and there were pictures of animals and cats all over the place. But I have proof.
Wow,
No.
that's stunning. Well, I think prior to this film, most people would relate to you as an actor.
Yes.
So tell us of how you jumped the fence, and how did you tackle doing a screenplay for the first time?
Well, I started writing.
That's a good start.
Yeah, about 10 years ago, I started writing two-handers, and then I'm a part of this cold reading group, and we work every week, and I've been going there for 15 years, where we just read scripts, and eventually I learned how to start doing multiple characters and scenes, and it was just trial and error, and I really loved the feedback of a live audience. That really helped me. Because as an actor, I don't know, I need to hear something or feel something or look forward to that day. I'm not a great kind of sit-at-home writer, just, by myself. It's torturous. Actually, that part of the process is not so much fun.
Right.
But and then after a while, it was done, and I thought I really had something.
I think Dawn, in the hands of a less experienced actress, would not have been as likable. You brought so much texture and nuance and so many layers to her. And can you tell us about sort of how did you find that? How did you find so much to make Dawn a fully realized human being?
I'm not sure she's likable, but
She has her moments.
we can, truthfully, I relied a ton on Larry because this is a real person, and he showed me a lot of photographs initially, and I saw the love that she had for her husband, and he told me about her relationships with the stepchildren. And then, I brought my own imaginings to the character. And, I always try to find what is really moving that person and why do they behave the way they do. And, I can never accept that they're not likable or that they're, bossy or controlling or whatever. She just needed to have things the way she needed to have them. And I just try to support what is with a background of how she is and how she became the way she did.
Gallo, speaking of versatility, you have a very interesting, diverse background. You've shot documentaries, shorts, commercials, documentary shorts, television, in addition to features. So how did that diverse background serve you on this project with Larry?
Yeah, it was helpful. I think maybe the documentary background a bit, because we had such a small crew and very short shooting days, 15, 16, 17 days maybe.
Wow.
Like a 3-ton package, I think, if that, maybe 2+2 on crew. It was a lot of the framing and it was documentary style a bit. There's two cameras shooting the whole time, and the framing would have to be, there's a huge cast, and multiple people in cast, and just letting it play out and racking the focus back and forth, and it's really one or two takes. No, Larry, I think it was the actors. I mean, thank God that this cast, what a strong cast, and I was so honored to work with Brian and Lesley and Michael Malley and everybody and Larry, and they really just, I think they knew there was only one or two takes as well, and they would bring it really well. And some of it was, we lit a lot of it, and then a lot of it was, we need this scene. There's some available light here. Let's try to get it.
Lesley, have you been directed by a fellow actor before? Do you have a lot of experience with somebody hopping back and forth in front of the camera?
Mel Brooks. Mel is obviously an actor and a brilliant director, and it was a huge budgeted movie, lots of lights and lots of, so it's very different. But in other ways, not so different, I mean, it's really tough on, I think, the actor, director, to go back and forth and lose yourself, become part of the scene again, and then step back out. It's difficult.
Would you agree with that, Larry?
Yeah. Not really. I mean, to me, that's the easiest part of that. That was having fun. I was just having a blast. I mean, the actors that I was working with, it was just like, oh my God. And then I was just like, cover it. Let's just get good coverage. We're going to be fine.
Larry's camera direction.
Yeah, cover it.
Luck, get in the
Exactly.
Tom Arnold used to always come up to me like, it's on you, man. It's all on you. You got it. And I was like, thanks, Tom. That's not helping, dude. There's a lot of pressure on you, man. You got to
Yeah.
And I knew that we had good sound. I know when independent really angers me when I see not good sound. So we really had to have good sound. And so we had great mixers. We had a really good crew here. And because, an audience will forgive you for a picture that's not so great, but they won't forgive you for sound.
Well done, all of you. Thank you for sharing it with us.